Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel as I, once again, the King, here to present to you another episode of GTA 3. This is part 5. Last episode got 30 of the hidden packages. This time, gonna mess around and do the vigilante missions for the police, which is gonna be a nice kind of change of pace for things. And got some tips on that for you later on in the video. I would like to thank you guys for watching. If you do enjoy the video, make sure to hit that like button as well as subscribe, as that does help me out, and you get to be notified whenever new content drops on the channel, as well as hit the notification button if you want to be notified and let them talk.
Triad stole my beautiful car last night, wrecked it and left it burning. Some of my most precious donkey memorabilia was in the trunk. Real collectibles that are irreplaceable, my friend. I've hidden a throbbing weapon on the edge of Chinatown. Take it and teach these Triad vandals to fear El Poro's well-endowed wrath. Arriba!
Anyways, I hope all of you have been well. In the early stages of November, getting ready for Thanksgiving, which is going to be a fun time. See kind of how it is going to be a little bit different since COVID. So may not have the same traditions as you've always had, but you know, time to make new ones. Or just wear masks. But yeah, anyways, go ahead and do some of these El Burro missions as well. Finish those off. I'm trying to finish everything off in Portland, just as I can. That way I'm not having to go back as much as possible. I know I'm going to have to with the export list, because some of the vehicles you don't get until you go onto some of the different islands, but that's going to be in a little while. So I am going to remain on Portland for a bit, go ahead and toast up some of these triads and pick up a nice little bit of money too. Just be careful not to, if you are playing, don't walk into the fire after you've hit them with, because you will catch on fire too, and that is not fun whatsoever. So got to get 25 of them. If you just run around this little area, they will keep respawning. It's best to hit them in like a big group of people, but I just hit one whenever I see one. And you don't really even have to lay it on. That's the beauty of the flamethrower. It just sticks to them and burns them. So you just got to like lay it down once. As soon as they catch on fire, that's game over for them. Just be careful of cars, because once they catch on fire, you know, they might actually catch on fire and blow up. And it's nice that they're not even really reacting, like, as you see, like, they're just casually strolling around as their friends are being burned in front of their eyes. I guess they don't really like each other that much, which, well, it helps me out, so. But 25 in the amount of time, I mean, it is a little bit of a stretch, but you can do it. The only thing I wish is that you could switch weapons, because you can't really run around with the flamethrower. It's one of those weapons that hinders you just because it's so big. But it's very awesome to use because it is highly, highly effective. And honestly, it's just really fun to use. Man, see, that guy was smart. Well, not... I mean, I'm sure it was pure accident, but jumping out of the way, I couldn't hit him. Okay, this is getting really close. I don't really like this. Okay, 2 more people, little amount of time. Okay, so that ended up just working out perfectly. One of the people that I hit just ran into somebody and lit them on fire, too. I didn't really mean to kill innocent civilians, but their death wasn't in vain. They helped me out, and I got $10,000. I mean, they don't have to worry about their funeral if they're dead. It's one way to look at it, you know. Yeah, I would have avoided you, but that took time and effort that I didn't want to put into that. You just shouldn't be standing there where, you know, pedestrians walk. It's just completely absurd.
A thieving opportunist has stolen a van of my latest publication hot off the press. But that spanked-up idiot has left the rear doors open, and now my beautifully produced, tastefully photographed adult literature is being dropped all over Liberty. Take the van and follow that trail of Donkey Does Dallas volumes 1, 2, and 3, collecting it as you go. When you follow the trail to that thieving spankhead, waste him. Then deliver my Donkey Derby to Triple X Max in the red light district.
Alright, so just got to pick up some magazines, follow the trail of them, get to the individual that stole all of the sexy magazines. Alright, so if I just run and jump, there we go, that's the right angle.
Magnificent. A very emotional piece.
Alright, now this one you have to hit the magazines or you will miss them. And you don't really want to do that. Time is of the essence in this. Like, right there, just barely got away from it. So, back up, boom, hit it. And you don't want to flip over either. That's pretty much an instant fail. Even missing more than, like, one of these packages, unless, like, you just do it right, is very devastating. It's crippling. You get a nice little ticking down every single time. But yeah, you just want to be careful. Sometimes cars will get in the way, like right here. So you just gotta find a way around, keep a different pace than them. That way you can get around and get those, because I mean, you can just hit into the car, but it could ricochet you off. But like right there, just slowed down and nudged him. That way it made it a lot easier for me to get that magazine stack. But yeah, you want to be very, very precise with these. And then on these straightaways, try to go as fast as possible. But it does have some turns, so knowing the layout might take a little bit of time too. If you watch this, you're going to know the layout and what to be expecting. Even at that, things can happen, mistakes can be made. So, you know, kind of learn from it. Right there, I wasn't really paying attention, went off, hit the side, but able to ricochet back on the path. And then using the handbrake to turn as well, it'll keep your vehicle grounded a lot more. I talked about that in an earlier video, but just want to reiterate that. Especially if you use the brake and then handbrake, that really works out too. And then be careful as you go through here, you gotta bang that left. And getting really close on the timer, scarily close. Alright. And that's the best way to take care of them. Whoops. Alright, now to get to the shop and deliver the magazines so they can be sold and I can take in a part of the profit. After all, I am a businessman. In the business of picking up magazines and body disposal, as well as get a man driver of a bank heist completely gone wrong, where they just shot up all the people inside, but re-escaped from the police and they don't know about it. Yeah, dude, don't be don't be crap talking me when I'm in a van. Man, you should see how other many people I've wasted in this game. Just nonchalantly all suspicious. All of them in the same outfit, getting porno magazines. Alright, well, $20,000 for just following a van around. And then clapping some dude at the end. Not bad. Alright, see if this police car is unlocked. Nope. Hopefully the other one is. These cop cars, there we go. Sometimes they are locked, and if they are, you are not able to get into them. So my best advice is drive around and come back. Because even if both of the police cars are sitting there, they still do technically respawn. Because you've been so far away from it, it recognizes it, it just loads in a new vehicle, so that one might be unlocked. So if you just drive around the town a little bit, come back, and then bam. Alright, that's a big boy right there. So I do have a Uzi. I do like this drive-by method. It does work pretty well. Ooh, barely got away from that exploding vehicle. And when they get out, just run them over. I wouldn't mess with them too much, especially if they have a shotgun. They might blow up your vehicle. Oh, a little bit too far. So, in order to get 100%, you have to kill, you have to kill 20 criminals on each island. So that's a total of 60, 20 per island. Alright, and he just flipped himself. I am down for that. Alright, so he just got out. That works for me. Blew himself up. Well, I guess technically I blew him up. Well, that dude in the truck is definitely angry. Does not want to let that go. So the Uzi method is pretty effective. I actually do find another one a little bit later that is more effective, and y'all see it in a little bit, and I'll start to explain it, and y'all see how it works. On the other islands, this is what I'm going to do, because it just works so incredibly well. But the Uzi definitely will stop their vehicle to the degree that it can catch on fire. Which is nice because it just incapacitates the vehicle, and then you can just run them over after that. Or they'll just blow up, and then you don't got to worry about that. It's best to get a little bit away and then run them over from a distance. That way you have a little bit more speed on it, and you should kill them in one hit. Time is the goal here. In these vigilante missions, just as the ambulance, the taxi one, as well as the firefighter, it is all based upon time. Oh, are you serious? Now, the nice thing about the police vigilante mission is that you can swap the vehicles if one gets too damaged. And the best place is that police station. I advise doing it kind of before the car is getting close to blow up. That way, if both of the vehicles are locked, you can still do another vigilante mission, and then you can go back and see if one is unlocked. So right there, I kind of pitted him out. Whenever you pit maneuver them, if you get them in a good position, they will just hop out of the vehicle. And if you don't have an Uzi, and even if you do, it saves you a lot on ammo. And the police won't get called as often because you're not just randomly firing shots at a vehicle. So right there, he just kind of screwed himself a little bit. And so that cop kind of saw me spray at him. Granted, a 1-star warning level, it's really not the end of the world. Man, that dude is a terrible driver. Alright, there we go. Now, even though I shot at the cop vehicle, he's not too mad, which makes me happy. Because I still have a 1-star level. Keep on trucking along to taking some of these criminals out. And he's gonna get caught in there. Just pop him real fast. So not a bad start, man. I already got 6 people. So 6 out of the 20 people that I need are already dealt with. Oh, they already wrecked their vehicle, so that works for me. Made it easy elimination. And again, just like the ambulance, I don't use the sirens. I mean, it adds to the effect of it. I just don't like how some of the vehicles move when the sirens are on. It feels weird. It's not as smooth as the newer games are. And it makes me wreck more than I like. Alright, so they wrecked out. And they got caught in that light post, and I was somewhat around them and behind them, so they just got out of the car. So this is not something that I played that much when I played the game, and that was a new thing that I picked up on, is pit maneuvering the vehicles is the best measure to go by. Even better than using the Uzi, I say. Now, you can get them out and use the Uzi if you don't want to be tracking them down to, like, run them over. But if you don't have an Uzi, like I said before, it's not a problem. Your vehicle doesn't take that much damage from running them over, and you're going to be faster than them. You got 4 wheels and they're on 2 legs. Not hard to catch up with them. Now, they could run into a weird spot, and that's when the Uzi would come in handy. And if you have done the hidden package missions like I have done and got 30 of them, then you already have a free Uzi, which you might as well equip every single time that you're at your safe house and you see it. Even if you do have it, it gives you more ammo for it. You never know when you might need it, so it's better to have it than not to have it. And then if you already have it, go ahead and pick it up again. That way you're well stocked on ammo in case you do need it. Alright, he's playing Donut with me. I know I'm supposed to be a cop and all, but come on, man. How extreme do you got to take this? Okay, maybe wait a little bit. Oh, okay, come on now. There we go. Now, for every 10 kills that you get, it adds 1 star to your hideout. So at the end, when you do 60, 20 on each island, you will get 6 stars, which is all of the stars that you have. If you have 6 stars, you can run back to your hideout. Any one of them at that point, you have 6 stars, you can get rid of them all. which definitely helps if you have a high wanted level, as well as with the emergency vehicle export list, where an FBI vehicle is required, and you would have to get a very, very high wanted level to get the FBI to come out. They're not going to come out unless it's necessary. Ooh, okay, that's not too bad. Just went off the edge, but I was really close. And he put himself in a bad spot. I guess I kind of helped that too. So he's going to get stuck back there. I'm going to go ahead and hop out. Let's pop him with the shotgun. I'm kind of staying back. I don't know what he has. But that blast definitely takes care of him. Even that long range, not a problem. And the shotgun is a very, very powerful weapon too. So when you see it, pick it up. And if somebody's using it, and that's how you see it, I would stay back. That thing will knock you literally on your ass. And then when you get back up, you're probably going to get blasted by the second round after they cock it again. And that's something you don't want to happen. That will eat through your health like mad crazy. That's why if I see them and I'm in a vehicle, I just run them over with the car. And then at that point, you can get out and take it. That's not really something that I did during this. I didn't feel it was necessary. And as well, especially in a part of town like this, I do not like being around this area. Because after all that I've done, and after killing 25 at the triads, now they're upset at me. And they have a vendetta to settle. And you don't want to be running around picking things up when you have the whole town shooting at you. Just not a very smart idea. It's a very ballsy move. I mean, you're gonna lose some health. But it's still not hard to complete, even if you do have those areas, those gang-related areas. Because you can always pick up a new police car, which makes it very, very nice. Unlike the ambulance mission, you have that one ambulance, and it's done. I'm pretty positive about that one. I could be wrong. If I am, let me know in the comments. I'm not seeing it right now. Luckily, that didn't end my mission either, getting into their vehicle. He's just trapped into the car right there. So even though it's smoking a little bit, it's not entirely bad. And you want to change vehicles when you have a good time. So like right now, I have about 3 minutes, give or take. So it's a good idea to kind of change at that point. You can get around the map in less than that if you know what you're doing. So right there, I'm not able to get into either of them. But my car is not in horrible shape. It's not great either. But if I play my cards right, I'm going to be able to still do a few more of these vigilantes before I absolutely need a new one. And you would rather be by there when you need one, because you only have 60 seconds to get into another police vehicle. And if you try to steal one from them when they're in it, their doors are locked and they're going to look at you and you're going to get a wanted level, get busted, something's going to happen to you. And I kind of got to watch out for these triad people, because they're trying to pull me out and give me a beatdown, which I don't really have time for. Nor do I want to deal with it. Alright, so I'm almost 3/4 of the way there. After this, I will be. And my cruiser is still in good shape. This is why I recommend the pit maneuver method. It just works. It works wonders, and it really saves you time. And as you smack their vehicle around, they're more often to just hit a lot of things. Like, that dude is just swerving all over the road. Now, I'm not sure if rain plays into account on that, since it's raining right now. Oh, they just popped that person. No, sir. If you speed off like really fast and they're holding on, and you time it perfectly, it might throw them off. Oops. Okay, that's weird. He didn't get a star on me even though I hit him. And they don't care about the people shooting and just into the crowd. That's fine too. I guess they got more important things to do. So right there I drove around a little bit, did 2 more vigilantes, and I came back and there was a vehicle that was unlocked. So do use that method if you run into both of the vehicles being locked, whether during this or even trying to do this. I just recommend picking up the vehicle from the police station itself, the easiest way to get one, unless you already have one in your garage, which might not be a bad idea if you're planning on doing this mission at some point, because you automatically have one, first off. Second, you know it's not a locked vehicle. And then third, anytime you save the game and you have a car that's in your garage, it automatically fixes it. So you'll have a vehicle that is in mint condition, basically. So I didn't know if y'all saw that, but it's bellowing a little bit of smoke, but that's no problem. The real problem is when that white smoke turns to a dark gray, almost black. That's a little gray, but it's not at the point yet. These police cruisers can take a bit of a beating, which is actually pretty nice. Alright. You got some getaway moves, don't you? Too bad I got better ones. And then, so if you don't know what a pit maneuver is, what I just did there is either side of the rear wheel, you want to dig into that. And that'll cause them to spin out. You can just hit them from behind. You're going to damage your vehicle a lot more. But if you just get beside them and gently nudge that side, it's going to spin them around, which is going to make it a lot harder for them to recover from, and potentially they might just get out of the vehicle and try to run for it. That is the best outcome that you get from it, and as well, you're not really putting too much strain on your vehicle, as this is a mission where your vehicle health is vastly important to you going on multiple levels of it. So there, I just blocked him. He gets out. I'm gonna just simply wait for him, because oh, okay, a little bit of a trickster, aren't you? So I only need one more. This has been a great run. And if you don't get all 20 in one life, don't stress about it. You just have to do 20 within a lifetime, basically, or in the game time. So even if you do one and fail, that still counts as one. You just got to do 20 per island. So you can do one 20 times. You can do one 20 times. I don't know if I said that right. You can kill one person 20 times, or you can kill 20 people just one time and it's done, but it's all the same. It's 20 kills. Now, if you do all 20 at once, you will get that trophy or achievement if you're playing on the Xbox called Going Rogue, where you got 20 kills and 1 life. So I honestly was not expecting to do that. That pit maneuver technique that I learned through this video, I honestly did learn it while playing the game, which I was so grateful for, because that's going to help out in some of the other series I do, as well as the later vigilante missions I do in this game. Like I said, this is going to be a 100% completion video, as well as I'm going to do Vice City and San Andreas. So
I swear that boy of mine don't know
Don
himself
Salvatore
sometimes.
has called a
Now
meeting.
he's spotty.
I need you to
He's
collect the limo and his
Always
boy
a
Joey
cop.
from the garage. Then get Luigi from his club. Come back here and pick me up. Then we'll all drive over to the boss's place together. Those triads, they don't know when to stop. They want a war, they got a war. Now get going.
well, they kind of started talking. I was trying to explain something. I wanted y'all to hear that too. But I'm interested to see how it plays out in Vice City and San Andreas as well, and kind of look at those requirements, as every game's 100% completion is a little bit different. Eventually do a GTA 4 and 5 video as well, but this has been taken out of 4 and 5. And 4, it's in it, they have a most wanted list, but it's a lot different than how it's presented in the earlier games. But just curious to see how it applies from game to game to game, and then what I can show you guys as well.
How you doing?
So basically, for those of you who like playing and just want to see the gameplay, maybe even pick up a few tips, or if you don't know how to do something and you're kind of looking to me to see how to do it, that way I can give you some tips and tricks just all over the games, as I really do enjoy playing this game, especially the earlier ones. Honestly, I think I'm more of a fan of the earlier ones, in a sense. I guess it's the nostalgic feeling, or just some of what the game has to offer that they just don't have in the newer games, which I wish they would incorporate, but you know, it's its own game, and every game has their own unique quirks to them, and I do like figuring them out. And then I can show them to you guys as well, which is completely awesome. I get this whole gameplay in 100% as well, and then y'all know I did it. So whenever I say I beat this game 100% completion, and you're like, no you didn't, I'm like, bro, go look at my YouTube series of GTA 3 100% completion. and then y'all know as well, or you who told me I didn't know. So how about them apples? You can get all of them apples and make me some applesauce. Or you could like grow an apple tree or make cider. I don't know. Make an apple pie. Make an apple popsicle. You can do that too, man. I don't. Apple juice. There's a lot of things you can do with apples, man. So how about them apples?
No fancy crap.
Oh, okay. Well, they are coming in hot. Alright, so got away from them without doing too much damage to the limo. I mean, this thing's not the fastest car. It's not exactly a getaway vehicle. And that is the best way to get around them, is that little side to the right, and it's not that uneven. You can just run them over and not worry about flipping the vehicle. Just be worried about the people behind you, because they might hit you off the cliff and you're going to go into the water and then you die.
Back there, kid. Real good. Come on, let's introduce you to the Don.
And that's instant
Oh,
over.
my girls have been missing you so long, Salvatore. You've been away too
You
long.
tell them once this unfortunate business is taken care of, we'll all go down to the club and celebrate, okay? Here's my boy.
How you doing, Pop?
You got yourself a good woman yet? Hey, your mother, God bless her soul, would be turning over in her grave to see you without a wife.
I know, Pop. I'm working on it.
Tony! How's your mama? She's a great woman, you know. Strong. Firenze.
She's good. Fine.
Terrific, terrific. Now listen, you guys, you go inside while I talk to our new friend here. I see nothing but good things for you, my boy.
Alright, that's nice. $15,000. Met the Don of the Mafia. If anything, that is going to be interesting to see what he drags me into. Time will only tell on that one. As well, once you don't even have to be friends with them, but they do have their little compound, and you can get one of these vehicles, which I love having. As I've said before, the Mafia Centils or Cinestels, very, very good car. But I'm going to go ahead and drive this to the safe house, that way I have one. Because I'm pretty sure I don't have a vehicle anymore, if I remember correctly. Yeah, no, when I did the cop, yeah, no. So, I always try to restock that way I have a vehicle without getting police attention. Going to go ahead and save the game. So I do want to thank y'all for watching the video. Like I said in the beginning, if you like it, make sure to leave a like as well as subscribe to keep up with the content. I do post quite frequently, and it is going to be more GTA 3 based for the foreseeable future. Bully a little bit here and there, but mostly GTA 3, so be looking forward to that. I hope all of y'all have a good day, a good rest of your days as well, and until next time, peace.